All right, guys. It's Corey Yadoff from the Born a Hawkeye channel. I appreciate y'all tuning in. We have to talk about this agenda the liberal Marxists have been pushing on and on again, and the YouTube channels that have been not only demonetized within the last year. That was the first part that actually made my jaw drop. Demonetization. After my channel got over 100,000 views, I tried to monetize my channel. They wouldn't allow it. I don't really have a basic thesis for my channel yet. I just kind of post what I want to post, and I just try to have fun with it. But it's basically just anything I want to post, I post. I just want to try to monetize it. But their agenda after this shooting is to take down anybody who has any questions, who disagrees with the facts, what the mainstream media says are facts. They want to create the narrative. They want to espouse only their viewpoint, which is why they only have 4 students who are all acting. They're actors. I'm not saying they're crisis actors. I'm not saying that this never happened. This did happen. I do know of people who I am close to that have lost a family member in this event. It's very sad. There was guts and blood all over. So it did happen, but that does not mean that the left doesn't, to quote unquote Hillary Clinton and Rahm Emanuel, never waste a good crisis or never let a good crisis go to waste. So what is posted in the Los Angeles Times now? After their CNN debate, which was just a fucking propaganda smear campaign against our Second Amendment with the liberal Democratic Sheriff Israel, who has actually gotten a 16 to 17-year-old pregnant. She was either 16 or 17 at the time, and he can easily be blackmailed, which it's already public knowledge now. So not only he's a pedophile, screwing a 16-year-old girl, getting her pregnant, having her abort the baby, but he also made his department stand down. They did nothing. I guess the order was, if you don't have a body camera, do not go in while there is shooting in the background. The shooting's going on. I was listening to my radio scanner during the time, but unfortunately the feed cut. So I didn't get to hear a lot of it. I did get it back up minutes after all the chaos happened and when they found the guy. So I was the first on my Facebook to post the suspect's name, or who I thought the name was, Nicholas Cruz. And something about a backpack, because they had here in Tampa, we call it Bay Flight. It's the chopper that comes in basically to pick up dead bodies, or you're seriously injured. Like if you're picked up by Bay Flight, you're pretty much you're really messed up. But on Bay Flight's radio, they said, we're not landing unless that bag is moved. Now I don't know what was in the bag or whatnot, but there was something about a bag, and I don't know. I'm not sure. But listen to this. So obviously the left is espousing after their CNN propaganda smear campaign. After their teacher fires a gun at school, Georgia students use opportunity to challenge Trump's proposal on arming the teachers and staff to protect students. Yeah, it's a threat. And I'm finna cry. Everybody running, everybody crying in here in the building, bro. Is that a video? Jesse Randall Davison wasn't a stranger, some mysterious threat from the outside. He was a bearded, bespectacled 53-year-old social studies teacher and the play-by-play announcer for the football games at Dalton High School in Northwest Georgia. But when the teacher brought a gun to school, barricaded himself in his classroom Wednesday, and fired a single shot, students quickly recognized this wasn't just a sad local incident. Oh, my Lord. Amid national outrage over school shootings and suggestions by President Trump that schools would be safer if some teachers actually packed guns, it was a political event. So funny that it just happened now. Like, I mean, how many teachers bring their guns to school? And this happens. How often? My favorite teacher at Dalton High School just blockaded his door and proceeded to shoot, a 16-year-old student named Condi Castaigne tweeted at the National Rifle Association, earning more than 17,000 retweets. Yeah, they're all being promoted. You notice that. All the 4 liberal actors who are on CNN, like David Hogg, they're all verified. Yeah, but the guy who held up Kevlar and was on Fox News, the CNN refused to actually answer his question. They reread his question. He's not verified. He doesn't get the followers. No, they just want the anti-gunners, not the junior ROTC members who actually saved lives, like Coach Feist, who actually voted for Trump and had a gun. If he had a gun on him, he would have killed this guy. We had to run out the back of the school in the rain. Students were being trampled and screaming. I dare you to tell me arming teachers will make us safe. I dare you to tell me. The political winds around gun control have changed in large part because U.S. high school students are learning from one another how to influence national policy debates. It started with the February 14th massacre at Marjory Stoneman Douglas. Who's Marjory Stoneman Douglas? Marjory Stoneman Douglas was a staunch feminist back in the 40s who refused the selling of the land and draining of the swamp or the Everglades. What is draining the swamp? Draining the swamp is what Trump campaigned on. Is that not correct? Yes, it is. So that's funny. They love symbolism. In Parkland, Florida. Since then, students around the country have been watching their Parkland peers use their personal experiences and social media to directly challenge Republican lawmakers and the evil NRA over gun control. So when crisis struck 650 miles away at Dalton High, the online tactics of the Georgia students looked remarkably familiar. Even though the shootings bore no resemblance to each other, it wasn't immediately clear what had driven the teacher, kids called Mr. Davison, to act violently. When students came to his door at room 413 during the third period, a time his classroom is normally empty, it was locked and Davison wouldn't let them in, police said later. My brother, who was one door down from the teacher, said he was yelling at his students to get the fuck out of here, Junior Henry Hansen, 17, wrote in a private message on Twitter. The principal, Steve Bartu, tried to unlock the door with a key, but Davison slammed the door before I could open it and said, "Don't come in here. I have a gun." Bartu said at a televised news conference, Bartu put the school into lockdown mode, and soon after, Davison apparently fired a shot from a handgun through the exterior window of the classroom. Dalton Police spokeswoman Bruce Frazier said at the separate news conference, "It did not appear that it was aimed at anybody." Oh, this is the creep? Oh, that's in 2012. Oh. Fear quickly took over, and once again, students at an American school wondered whether they were about to get murdered while trying to get their education. Yeah, their education is murdering them because they're turning them into liberal Marxists and communists. That's what's murdering them. That's what's stifling them. That's what's giving them degrees in things that they won't even be able to get hired into, where they have to pay back their college funds and they're broke because they're working 2 jobs and they can't even get the job they actually went to college for. That's what's murdering them. A bunch of kids started screaming and running into the cafeteria and to the back door. Condi wrote in a private message on Twitter, "I was really scared and I left my stuff. I tripped over my chair on the way out and thought I would be trampled, but someone helped me up." Another student hurt her ankle while running away outside the school. Junior ROTC members directed frightened students to another nearby school, Condi said. Dalton Police, the Whitfield County Sheriff's Office, and the Georgia State Patrol, the federal law enforcement agencies, all responded to the emergency. More or less everybody with a badge in the area came running, Frazier said. After about a half an hour, Davison surrendered and was taken into custody to face charges of aggravated assault, carrying a weapon on school grounds, terroristic threats, reckless conduct, possession of a gun during commission of a crime, and disrupting public school, police said. The incident showed the extent to which the Parkland students have influenced their peers across the U.S. and created a model for other students to follow. The Dalton students immediately turned to social media to take issue with Trump's calls to arm teachers. "I'm a Dalton High School student," tweeted one student, earning more than 4,000 retweets. "Please don't tell me a damn thing about arming teachers. Please don't tell me that I don't know what the hell I'm talking about." "So we still going to give teachers guns?" tweeted another. "I'm on the bus evacuating Dalton High School. Some of the Dalton students' messages were retweeted by the Parkland students who have amassed a large followings on social media. As long as you're leftist, you'll get mass followings. Yeah, anti-gun, you get a lot of followings. Yeah. I tried to start a Twitter. Yeah. I tried for a week and then I stopped using Twitter. Yeah, because they deleted like 10 of my followers every single freaking day. Every single day they deleted it. One day I woke up, I had none. They deleted actually who I was following. I was following the president. They actually deleted the president. So they stifled his free speech to me. So they don't care about anything. To all Dalton High School students, I'm so sorry, tweeted one Parkland student. We're together in this. Your school is a living example of why teachers shouldn't be armed. If anyone needs someone to talk to, please DM, private message me. I'm here for you. The Florida shooting, which left 17 students dead, the faculty members dead, had been a hot subject of conversation at the Dalton school before the incident, students said. I have been raised in a more conservative household, but due to the recent shootings and everything that's been happening, I've been more and more for gun control. That's so funny, said Henry, the 17-year-old junior. After today, I believe that as a nation, we need to better secure our schools and keep the kids safe. If that means increasing gun laws, then so be it. Take the goddamn guns away. Fucking take them away from us. Take them away from everybody. They don't deserve to actually protect themselves. Teachers are bringing them to school and being retards. They don't deserve it. No need to arm teachers with guns, Junior Wesley, whatever the hell his name is, 16, wrote in a private message on Twitter after posting a video of students fleeing the school. You know, I don't even need to read any more of this because this is absolutely ridiculous. You guys know what the hell is going on. It's Born a Hawkeye, man. The agenda at large is absolutely crazy right now. The agenda is there. Everybody knows what the hell they're trying for. They're trying to ban the guns. They're trying to get them away from us. They don't want us to have the guns. They don't want us to protect ourselves, because what happens when the government actually can take the guns away? The Second Amendment. The First Amendment's important. The second is right there. It's to gain a militia so you can actually defend yourself from a tyrannical government. And unfortunately, the left doesn't want people to defend themselves against the government because they're so absolutely corrupt. So they want to take our guns. So I just posted that. You got to delete this right here. Whatever. Delete it. Delete it. All right, guys. Hey, it's Born a Hawkeye. It's Corey. I appreciate it. I had to make a video about this. Let me know what more to make videos on. Thank you. Bye.